How to Grow Vegetables All Year Round. I've just read Jean Martin Fortier's new book, In Your Garden, The Complete Guide to Home Vegetable Gardening, and it's changing how I think about growing in my backyard. The book doesn't come out until September, but the ideas are already in motion. Fortier, a Quebec-based consumer market farmer, spent 20-plus years turning small plots into efficient, high-yield farms. He's published a couple of manuals, The Market Gardener and The Winter Market Gardener, and sold over 300,000 copies, trained more than 10,000 farmers, and his YouTube channel has 120,000 subscribers. What every vegetable grower needs isn't magic tools or miracle seed variants, it's structure. Fortier keeps insisting that moving from a hobby to genuinely feeding your household depends on planning. He doesn't call it a hobby anymore, he calls it a strategy. He talks about crop maps, layouts that show exactly where each seed should go, when you should sow, and where the next succession will happen. Speaking to me about fall and winter, he shared a simple trick that turns garlic beds into long-running carrot lifelines. Garlic is ready to harvest now, so finish the last carrot sowing in the area where the garlic grew. Mulch those rows with straw and leave it there. He says those carrots can keep coming until Christmas, mostly because the soil stays warm and the garlic didn't disturb the root zone the whole time. He also noted a short-stature pea that outgrows taller varieties a week earlier, so the timing line stays even. If you can think backwards about empty spots in the garden, the succession plan means you're literally cultivating 2, 3, 4 times the amount of vegetables per year. Now, let's put this into practice. The author suggests you spot new row of bush beans where your summer lettuce is declining. Or throw in a fall pea line, then plant broccoli, cauliflower, kale and cabbage in the airspace that will open up later in the season. This isn't a single-time thing, it's a year after year, month after month, plan that keeps the green alive. He knows you'll hollow out the space with his next box concept, grow a green that sits just large enough to fill a gap later. Fortier's favorite winter radish is daikon, and he loves to sow it late in the season. It's fast, it's tough, and it works with the direct sow and ready-to-harvest model that tickles his head. Whatever your product, his driving message is that a clean set of plans and a map on paper or a calendar app will keep your seedbeds humming. That's how you sustain your own little market garden, a small-scale super-efficient farm that battles the calendar for the best harvest points. So, this fall, grab an ag book, map your beds, think about succession, and start the next batch. In our community of vegetable growers, the 10-year rule is simple: what you plant today can still feed you next year, and your garden keeps breathing no matter how cold or wintry the season gets. It's all up to the plan you draft today. Thanks for listening. If you're fascinated by how a small plot can turn into a high-yielding market, let me know. I'd love to hear about your own garden plans. Catch you in the next episode.